Does anyone else notice a pattern with Nigel Farage? Now, this is the reason I've been on the fence with the guy since the very beginning. I haven't been completely won over by whatever he's meant to be selling. And I get it, credit where it's due. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had the Brexit vote. But there's a disappointing pattern here with him it's just doomed to failure or not amount to anything, in my opinion. Now, he started with UKIP for the Brexit vote. He gets Brexit, and his face when we won, the result came in. It wasn't a guy with jubilant conviction that he was doing the right thing. He was in shock. He even conceded early on that night, though that should have rung alarm bells for me that evening or that morning, but it didn't, weirdly. He then continues with UKIP and then ditches it because of Tommy Robinson, the so-called far-right racist, infiltrating it. He then does a media tour and has a show on LBC. He gets kicked off LBC and starts the Brexit Party. And he starts the Brexit Party because he says we didn't get the Brexit we voted for, which is fair enough. He then changes the name of the Brexit Party to the Reform Party and ditches that party as well. And then does a media tour. And that's all he's done, media tours. And to be honest with you, that's my problem with the leadership of Reform. He's come back again now to advise Richard Tice to help him with the next general election, which will be futile, by the way, and I'll explain why later. Now, all Richard Tice, Nigel Farage, and even Richard Tice's number 2, his deputy, his 2IC, Dr. David Bull, that's all they've done. Media tours. They've got their own shows, apart from David Bull. He pops up on the media every now and again. But Nigel Farage has had his own show on LBC and GB News. Richard Tice is a regular on Talk Radio. None of them have canvassed or campaigned, knocked on doors to win hearts and minds and win voters over. They haven't done the hard work for it. All they've done are sound bites. Sure, they say the right things. They say the right things about illegal migrants, they say the right things about the EU, and they say the right things about the NHS. However, remember, Richard Tice and his deputy, Dr. Bull, they both advocated for mandatory jabs during the lockdown. And last year, a tweet has emerged of Richard Tice praising to high heaven President Zelensky. And of course, it's Richard Tice's other half, or bit on the side, whatever she is, Isabella Oakeshott, who wrote the biography for disgraced Home Secretary Matt Hancock. Now, politics is like wrestling. Out in the ring, they're fierce enemies, but backstage, they're all good mates. And because none of them, the Reform Party hierarchy, Richard Tice, David Bull and Nigel Farage, none of them have canvassed or knocked on people's doors for votes, looked the public in the eye for what they really want, and talked and listened to the people. All they've done is they seem to be more interested in securing roles as media personalities. Now, when the next general election comes, it'll be either a Tory or Labour victory. Too many people in this country are dyed-in-the-wool Tory or Labour voters. That's why those two parties have been top of the pile of the pyramid in British politics. It's either one or the other, every time, guaranteed. The Lib Dems are just a joke side party, no one takes them serious, and the other parties are just too tiny. And the Reform Party, they won't win anything at the next general election. They won't win because the party is too tiny and the party has no experience and the leaders are too busy being media personalities. And believe you me when I say I don't want either the Tories nor Labour in government because none of them represent me politically. And I will not vote for Reform because I don't trust Richard Tice. They've even roped in members or former members of the old Brexit Party, including poor old Anne Widdecombe. They've roped that poor lady along, and I like Anne Widdecombe because she is a conviction politician and I agree with most of what she says. But I think they're just misleading her really. And out of all of them in the Reform Party, she is the best orator. Perhaps maybe if she led the party, then I might just be tempted to vote for them. But I guarantee you, Nigel Farage, he always does this. He'll just walk away again and you'll see him on either GB News or Talk Radio or in the pub or perhaps on the cliffs of Dover filming migrants coming over. That's what he does now. Or maybe, just maybe, the conspiracy theorist in me, and he's not a big one by the way, thinks that Nigel only does this to help prevent smaller, more patriotic parties from breaking through into the mainstream and capturing the larger public's attention. Who knows? But regardless, I won't be voting at the next general election because it's bloody pointless. It really is. Anyway, that's my video. Hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, have a great day. Look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.